What's up guys and welcome to another YuGiOh Duel Links video. So this is a deck profile and it's actually a Red Eyes and Phantom Knights crossover kind of deck profile. This deck profile has been recommended to me by one of my viewers known as Herr Wu. I hope that I pronounced your name right. So what he recommended me was to try out a Red Eyes and also Phantom Knights combo deck based on the different other combinations and also the standard Red Eyes kind of play. So far, this deck has provided both bonus of special summons and a bit of protection as well. So as you can see, I'm playing one copy of Red Eyes Wyvern, a copy of Ancient Cloak, one copy of Retro Dragon, one copy of Silent Boots, two copies of Fragile Armor, two copies of Cloven Helm, and two Red Eyes Black Dragon. For the spell and traps, I'm running two copies of MSTs, two Red Eyes Fusions, two Insights, two Phantom Knight Sword, and also two Red Eyes Spirit. So the deck profile recommended me was actually a bit different. So I'm actually because I do not have like a few multiple copies of Silent Boots or even Ancient Cloak. So I'm currently using a different approach and trying to see how this deck can progress. For the extra deck, I'm using two copies of Slash Dragon, one Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, one Kachikochi, one Zubaba General, one Phantom Knights of Brick Sword, and finally one copy of Ghost Trick Alucard. So you might be curious on why I'm actually playing one copy of each of these other monsters. So here's the deal. So if you're gonna, the reason is because you're gonna be using Red Eyes Insight to search for Red Eyes Fusion, and Red Eyes Wyvern is the perfect target for that. Seeing that if you did not special summon during the next turn, especially if you were to actually use Red Eyes Fusion to bring out your Red Eyes Slash Dragon, you have at least either one of these few other monsters in the graveyard. So Red Eyes Retro Dragon itself is a kind of like a protection to bring back your Red Eyes monsters if they were to be destroyed instantaneously during that turn. And also for the searchers, Ancient Cloak and Silent Boots are the main searchers for the deck. So since Phantom Knights are the ones that activate effects when they're in the graveyard, this is the one of the few places you can actually go around. So if you're gonna go for something and search for like a Phantom Knight Sword, Silent Boots would be a perfect target for your searcher. And if you have multiple copies of Silent Boots, you can add this in instead of Ancient Cloak. But it all depends on how your deck is gonna go. If you're gonna go for more spell trap based for Phantom Knights, especially for Phantom Knight Sword, then Silent Boots is perfect for you. However, if you're gonna go for more monsters and also want to get like a more Xyz materials or something during that turn, then Ancient Cloak is your go-to card. For Fragile Armor and also Cloven Helm on the other hand, Cloven Helm is basically like monster reincarnation, so you can basically add the Phantom Knights monster from your graveyard to your hand by banishing this card. Whereas for Fragile Armor, this is basically if my Phantom monsters were to be destroyed during that turn by battle or card effect, at least I at least I have Fragile Armor in hand to special summon onto the field. Not to mention with 2000 points of defense, is perfect and also consistent as well. So your opponent, even if they were to summon something of less than 2000 points of attack, this at least helps to stall longer and is pretty decent as well with the graveyard effect. So graveyard effects, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards to activate. If you include Phantom Knight Sword, then it's gonna be 9. So overall, this deck is much consistent and allows you to perform different combos with these few other monsters in the graveyard. And for spell and trap destruction, you have Mystical Space Typhoon and also Ghost Trick Alucard. So if you don't want to play Alucard, that's fine as well, but it's better to have a few options to go into rank 3 at Cs, especially if you were to play something if you lack in MSTs, you can also have like Double Cyclone or even Galaxy Cyclone up to boot. With Red Eyes Fusion, as you know, the effect is if you're to activate this card, you cannot normal or special summon during that turn. But you can set a card set the monsters instead. And as for Red Eyes Insight, is also the searcher for Red Eyes Fusion or Red Eyes Spirit for that turn, so this allows you to bring out more monsters with higher points of attack and something else. However, if you do not want to play MST or you want to play like the traditional Power of Guardians equipped spell card, you can play that as well, but you gotta adjust on how your deck and the consistency as well. So far I've played this deck and has won me quite a few matches in the KC Cup, And as you know, Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon is the perfect go-to card if you were to have Phantom Knight Sword in the graveyard. That way you can bring out the Phantom Knight monsters in the graveyard to essentially bring out your level 4s. So in addition to that, with Fragile Armor's effect, by discarding a Phantom Knight's monster, a Phantom Knight's card, you can discard this card instead of your monsters. And with this card in the graveyard, as well as another Phantom Knight's monster, you can activate the graveyard effect to bring out your Phantom Knight's monster and go into your Xyz during that turn. Anyways, the skill itself, you can choose any other characters to use. For me, I'm choosing Tori because I'm currently farming her and actually trying to get her to level up. So for the skill for her during this time, I'm using Overlay Gain. So Overlay Gain is basically a skill that allows you to give your Xyz monster an attack boost based on how many materials it has. So if normally my target for this would actually be Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon before I activate this effect. With this monster having its materials of 2, at least with Overlay Gain, I boost the attack up just a bit, then activate the effect of detaching the materials and increasing the attack even more. So without further ado, let's get into the duel and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So as you can see, this is my opponent, Tony Chivo. So currently he's has a deck of 29 cards, and allow me to give you guys a word of caution. Do not judge your opponent based on what skill or how many cards in their deck that they use. Most of the time they are either trolling you or actually just trying to lull you into a false sense of security, thinking that this person might be a beginner or he might be using a Lightsworn deck, because you never know what kind of deck they are gonna run. So during my first term, I'm running a Red Eye Slash Dragon, and I'm setting up Fragile Armor just in case whatever monster he has, he does not target or attack my Red Eye Slash Dragon. So as you know, he now reveals a Blue Eyes White Dragon, and we know Alternative White Dragon comes onto the field. And by using the effect, he can destroy a card I control, but it cannot attack during that turn. And as you can see from this deck itself, you already know that it's already a Blue Eyes deck. And now he has brought out 2 monsters of 3200 points of attack, not to mention one that actually can destroy cards on the field, but it cannot attack during that turn. So now he clears my board just a bit, but I still can do a bit of stuff. Now using Red Eye's Insights effect, I get to mill Wyvern, add a rare fusion into my hand, and also still stay in the game just a bit longer. So now by sending a Silent Boost to the graveyard, I can search for Phantom Knight Sword thanks to the effect. And then once I have Phantom Knight Sword on the field, even if he were to destroy my monsters, I can equip Phantom Knight Sword to it so it won't be destroyed during that turn for one time only. And also with it in the graveyard, and I will know that Cloven Helm will be destroyed anyway during this turn, at least I can special summon another monster, Phantom Knight's monster, onto the field. And as you can see, my graveyard is building up nicely with 2 Phantom Knight monsters, and I've taken quite a bit of chip damage, but that's fine. And now with Phantom Knight Sword's effect, I can special summon Cloven Helm onto the field. Then with my set Cloven Helm, I can go into Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon. And thankfully, with a copy of Phantom Knight's Sword in hand, I have a form of protection during that turn if he were to actually activate any spell or traps or manage to revive their Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. And now with an immense attack boost, I can swing at his Alternative White Dragon, dealing him a lot of damage for that particular turn. Red Eyes Wyvern kicks in and I bring out a Red Eyes Black Dragon. Using Cloven Helm's effect in the graveyard, I add a Fragile Armor into hand because you do not know when during the next few following turns I might require a monster to be set on the field, or how the tables might particularly turn. So as you can see, using Offerings of the Doom, he can destroy a card I control, but he has to skip his draw phase. So now, basically using Phantom Knight Sword, giving protection to my Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, at least for this turn. Red Eyes Black Dragon will be my sacrificial pawn for this, but with the difference in attack points between my Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon and his Blue Eyes White Dragon. This match is already decided and I am the victor, as you can see based on the difference of life points. So this is actually how the deck is going to be played. You can try a different alternative or a different approach for this entire deck. You may not necessarily want to use Phantom Knights, but it is fine as well because it all depends on how you want to go start off with your combo. So anyways, that's it for the video guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I would like to express my thanks to Herr Wu for recommending me a deck profile featuring Phantom Knights and Red Eyes. So if you think that this deck can still be improved upon, or you can add a few changes, let me know in the comments below. Or if you want me to try out a certain particular deck, do also comment below, because I'm definitely gonna try it out and see how it progresses, and maybe I'll add a bit of changes just for that extra consistency and also different other combos to play out. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys do well in the KC Cup, because this entire KC Cup event ends on the 14th of February, aka Valentine's Day. So stay safe, but keep dueling and have fun. Goodbye, good night, and see ya.